Peace. What's up? In the lab. How y'all feeling out there? Hold up, let me pull the chat up. I can't see the chat. Brothers UK, what's up with it, family? Nassim the Dream in the building. DB, Crush the Legend in the building. Josh Puck, what's up with it? Big Ram in the building. He say salute to the chat, salute to the trio. LDBC Bomb Squad to this day. Reggie Owens in the building. Salute my peoples. Man, we gonna turn up, man. I wanted to come through and drop some Creek history real quick, man. I ain't gonna be too long. But I just wanted to make some things clear. Let me cut these tones. Yesterday, we had a good time. We was on our way out of here. And y'all remember on New Jack City when they had the wedding and they came through and shot it up on New Jack City. And yeah, man. I can't think of old girl's name, but she jumped out. Yeah, man. So we was chilling. We on our way out, man. On our way in the trio yesterday, man. We getting out of here, putting everybody in the cars, and brother Rob decided to draw his weapon, and he fired in the crowd. I seen he was having some words, but I ain't think it was nothing. He was down there with Crush, and they was having words or whatever. I ain't see too much. It was just a glimpse. And I turned my head, man, and I just heard a couple shots go off. I said, oh, man. Oh, man, I ain't gonna tell y'all, Brother Rob, when he got spanked last night in a debate. Yeah, Rob, man, you lost that debate, Rob. Now, that's 2 in a row. And I ain't saying you lost because, hey, you still hey, man, you my brother, man. Crush talking about take the vest off of him, let me pop him like, nah. We still Look, I always say, if you don't know how to do this, then don't do it. If you don't know how to do it right, meaning like respect, like you can agree to disagree with somebody, right? If you can't agree to disagree with somebody, then don't worry about it. It's all in the love of information, man. It's all in the love of information, man. Don't nobody need to walk away feeling, you know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing to be getting into it or falling out over. That's why I say if you don't know how to play, don't play. You feel me? Like them boys over there with a whole debate channel where niggas just get in the ring. That's what they do, and people come in and appreciate the information. You know what I'm saying? Like they get in the ring. And Rob got spanked last night, man. Unbelievable, bro. Even though you had a topic where you had the upper hand, you could have won that. But come on, bro. You gotta put things in context a little more, man. You let him. That third round, I say, all right, it's close. Right there, it's close. That third round, he got you, bro. He got you. Who else in the building? What's up with it, Soul Alchemy? How you doing? I see your Mere Dark Truth in the building. All right, man, I'm going to go ahead on and cook, and I'm going to go ahead on and let's deal with the information. All right, I ain't got too long anyway. Let me see something. Y'all feeling all right out there, man? Y'all at work, man? I hope I don't bore y'all, man. I ain't trying to do that. I just came from over there, man. I'm going to hurry up because they got some stuff going on, quote unquote, about some indigenous bill, man. I'm going to go check them out, man. I shut this down, man. I'm finna go do something, and I'm going to check them out tonight, man. But I hear a lot of brothers arguing with a lot of other dudes about this African shit, right? Man, we gotta understand something, homie. If any nigga out there really researching, homie, then y'all know that it was goddamn African slaves over here. Now the part that they trying to put you against each other on is they not telling you that the people who they saying that the slaves, the African slaves when they lived with, they was your ass, alright? They came and lived with your ass. So when a nigga tell you, oh, they were so shocked at how much they cultures were the same and they got right along and they languages and all of this type of shit, alright? Now what you getting threw off at is because you ain't understanding that's you. And a lot of niggas don't like to deal with the South. When they dealing with the South is because they can't find themselves down there, right? Other than what they'll call, they'll say slavery, right? They only associating you with the slaves. So a nigga like, well, damn, if I'm down there, well, who is my people then? That's why I'm here today, man, to bring some goddamn clarity to the goddamn situation. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't heard nobody do it yet. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't heard nobody do it yet, bro. We not gonna throw our African brothers and sisters away. And goddamn it, you niggas out here, you goddamn Africans, y'all gonna goddamn put some respect on our goddamn what we got going on over here. Alright? Cause when y'all niggas came in this motherfucker, it was our people now that goddamn took care of y'all. And we did love each other and come together, and we all one motherfucking people today. We all, nigga. But goddamn, y'all came over here and we embraced y'all ass. Alright? And y'all niggas was some riders and y'all fought with us. You understand me? But when these hoes come out here talking this shit about trying to take you away from and just put you as the slave, that's a motherfucking lot. Listen, man. In the 1700s, you went coming at the end of by the end of the 1700s, homie. Niggas went coming down here. A lot of that shit that was taking place up there in the U.S. Matter of fact, down here, let me pull up something. I'm gonna show y'all a map. Let me pull this map up. All right. You talking about down south? All of that shit there was Louisiana, Florida, Mississippi. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Fuck all the talking. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all the talking, nigga. Alright, check this out. See if I can get up a little closer on this motherfucker. This a map of America in 1734. Y'all see that right there? All of this shit right here, nigga. That's Mississippi, Georgia, Atlanta, all of that shit y'all call it, all of that was Louisiana, La Florida. Louisiana, La Florida, right? This was 1734. When did this change? When did this change? 1803. All right? 1803. You went coming down there, it wasn't nothing but niggas down there. When you go down there right now, homie, it ain't nothing but goddamn niggas down there. Alright? And their culture is still the dominant culture. You ain't gonna move it. You can move around all this shit you want to. Alright? Motherfucker come out here and tell you about a trail of tears. And you niggas go out there feeling sorry for what other niggas got on. Y'all better understand something, nigga. I can go get you a nigga who was on the trail of tears. Alright? Your ass was on the goddamn trail of tears and some niggas stayed back. And some niggas stayed back. But you went coming down to the side. It wasn't no white folks down there like that. This what I want. Man, where my weed is? Hold on. I'm finna go and turn up. We might well go. Y'all, hey, you know, the nigga gonna come through this motherfucker yesterday and draw down on my goddamn people, man, and let some shots off. Yeah. Him and the nigga that was driving. Rode over here, came up in here with some nigga we ain't even know. Yeah. Nigga let the window down, drop top. Nigga, well, I'm gonna go ahead on and just put it out there, right? Because I see what niggas is missing the whole situation at. I'm not one of them people that's gonna come out here and goddamn denounce Africa and tell you ain't nobody come over here from Africa, because goddamn nigga, we gotta honor our ancestors at the end of the day. But I tell you what, if everybody out there in the chat right now, if we all got up right now and we went over to another country. Now, when we get to this country and we want to preserve our culture, it's going to be some goddamn things we going to have to change. Why? Because certain shit don't grow over there, so meaning our diet, right? Certain customs like this here, we probably can't get the fabrics and shit that we want, so we probably, our dress code probably change, right? Now, we can stay together as a family and not go out, meaning not breed out if we all brought family members with us, right? Now, what happens is our kids, though. Our kids can't stay the same because, goddamn, that'll be incest, right? So what happens? So they gonna fuck around and meet people from this. Now this a generation after. It's a generation after. And so they gonna start goddamn breeding with these people. And they gonna become a goddamn family. Alright? And so you'll probably still see some traces of the culture in there, but the dominant culture, homie, is gonna be the culture that you ended up moving to. Alright? They gonna end up being the dominant presence over you. You'll probably find yourself in it, but you'll be dominated by these people, by the culture, homie. And so that's what I'm saying. That's the same thing that took place over here. So what a line needs to be drew at is where a nigga come over here. That's not gonna make you African over here. What happened to you? Because then that take away from our people. We gotta understand they tried to group us all together, right? It didn't matter why they didn't try to group you all together because you was black, nigga. They grouped your ass all together because nigga y'all was fighting. That's what niggas don't understand. There was a war. I'm finna make it clear. 1803, homie, Louisiana purchased western half of the Mississippi River Basin in 1803 from France by the United States at less than 3 cents per acre. Y'all hear that shit? 3 cents per acre for 828,000 square miles. It was the greatest land bargain in U.S. history. The purchase doubled the size of the United States, greatly strengthened the country materially and strategically, provided a powerful impetus in westward expansion, and confirmed the doctrine of implied powers of the federal constitution. What are they talking about when they said that last part? I just showed y'all the map, homie. All of that shit was together back then, and now they purchased Louisiana. But you still got Alabama, you still got Georgia, Mississippi, Florida. What is taking place in these, huh? Y'all want to talk about it? What's taking place over there? Well, that land belonged to somebody, homie. All that land belonged to somebody. Now I'm going to take you, let's go down here. Let's talk about the planter class. Y'all familiar with the planter class? This was a southern culture, right? Listen, man, when I talk to y'all niggas about culture, homie, we not going to move off of that. Dominant culture. When you see a dominant culture, that means people came into you. You didn't come into nobody. All right? That's why I keep talking about culture. Now we're going to deal with the planter class known alternately in the United States as the Southern aristocracy, who socio-economical caste, the Pan-American society that dominated 17th and 18th century agricultural markets through the forced labor of slaves of African origin. The Atlanta slave trade, the Atlantic, I'm out of there, I'm get this good. Hold on, man, let me put this weed down, man. God damn, well, I got that rapper weed over here now, boy. I ain't fucked up. Yeah, nigga. My little cousin came through, nigga. Bless my game, nigga. Nigga made that drive for me. Alright. The Atlantic slave trade permitted planters access to expensive labor to plant and harvesting of crops of tobacco, cotton, indigo, coffee, tea, cocoa, sugar cane. Alright, we're going to skip down here. In the southern states, United planters maintain a distinct culture, characterized in similarities to the manners and customs of British nobility, gentry, who many planters were related to. This culture of emphasis. Alright, now basically I'm gonna tell y'all who these people were. These were basically when we dealing with this right here, these would be your people who was running the plantations, right? These would be your people who running the plantations. Now this dude right here, Benjamin Hawkins, he real popular to them. He became an Indian agent. Alright, before then he was an American planter. Alright, he come from that society. Statesman, U.S. Indian agent, all right? Indian agent to who? He gonna be significant in them plugging the South. Now, I showed y'all the map. Let me go back to the map. I showed y'all the map. Now, it's a long way from Washington, D.C., because Washington, D.C. just purchased Louisiana in 1803. Well, that's a long way to get to, right? And when I'm going through there, I'm going through somebody's hood. All right? Y'all, it's a matrilineal society down here in the Mississippian cultures, homie. That's why we deal with Big Mama down here. That's why your grandma is so important in your family if you come from the South. And I'm going to tell you something. From the country, or your people them from the country, then somebody in your family told you that you had Indian in you. And if you haven't heard that, ask one of your elders in your family. Do we have Indian? You don't need no special questions. This shit, I tell y'all all the time, this don't come with a book. You can't go study this information, all right? It's in you. It's just who you are. Go ask them, do you have Indian in you? You can't, you got follow the culture. Now, what happened right here? Indian agent. He was a delegated Continental Congress. When you're dealing with the Continental Congress, they got that shit from the Iroquois. All right? The Confederations and all, they got that from the Iroquois. All right, he was appointed, hold on. U.S. Senator of North Carolina, having grown up among the planter elite. All right? Big money. We talking about big paper. Baba D. Gregory say, white ain't no goddamn color. It's an attitude. And if you ain't got enough money in the motherfucking bank, nigga, you can't have the attitude, all right? He was among the planters elite. That's what you would have called the planters elite. Y'all niggas talking about the bankers and all of that. Nigga, this they people now. I just showed y'all the boy the other day, nigga, that came down here who was running down and see this nigga named Benjamin Hawkins. You had Judah Benjamin down here. Huh? You niggas talk about some money. That nigga, them people them running Bank of America today. Niggas running around here talking about what happened to us. Follow the culture. Having grown up among appointed by George Washington as General Superintendent for Indian Affairs 1796 through 1818, he had responsibility of the Native American tribes south of the Ohio River and was principal Indian agent to the Creek Indians. All right? To the Creek Indians. Hawkins established the Creek Agency in his plantation near present-day Roberta, Georgia, in what became Crawford County. He learned the Muskegon language and had a Creek woman, Lavina Down. I want to tell y'all something. A black woman, okay? The Creeks was black. Y'all stop letting people play with y'all. The Creeks was black. All 5 civilized tribes was black. All 5 civilized tribes were in the South. If you think of South right now, homie, you gonna think it. You don't even have to think of black, right? It's an emotion gonna resonate with you. It is called soul, nigga. They call it soul for a reason. Everybody was trying to get to the South for a reason. You don't get that feel nowhere else but down here. You nigga, motherfucker get in that Baptist church, nigga, and get to hitting the motherfucking notes, nigga, or bring you to tears. Alright? Powerful, nigga. He married a black woman. I'm gonna run that back. Hawkins established the Creek Agency and plantation near present-day Georgia in what became Crawford County. He learned the Muskegon language and had a Creek woman, Lavina Downs. All right, don't that sound like Auntie Lavina? Stop playing with the game. All right, he married a black woman as common law. Well, he didn't marry her at first, right? They had kids anyway, but common law wife who in Creek matrilineal society, I keep telling y'all in the South, who in Creek matrilineal society provided an entry into that world. He had 7 children with her. Although he resisted Creek pressure to marry her, her brother and them, don't that sound like y'all? When you gonna marry my sister, my nigga? Y'all done had all these goddamn kids, and we country folk. You know, we believe in that shit, nigga. We gonna bring tribes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You marry my little sister, nigga, then I'ma know your whole family. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, we coming from the same culture anyway. I'm talking about right now. So how the hell you don't think they was doing that back then? All right? Her brother and them said, nigga, when you gonna marry my sister? You know what I'm saying? All right. Provided the entry into that world. He had 7 children with her, although he resisted Creek pressure to marry her until the end of his life. He finally married her. He wrote extensively about the Creek and South East tribes, the Choctaw, Cherokee, Chickasaw. He eventually built a large complex using African slave labor, include meals, and raised considerable quantity of livestock and cattle and hogs. He did what? He raised a considerable quantity of livestock, cattle, and hogs. He eventually built the large complex using African slave labor, include meals, and raised considerable quantity of livestock, cattle, and hogs. When I showed y'all the other day about the cowboy, right? I'm not talking about these niggas with no goddamn. You gotta understand, I'm talking about the culture, homie. I'm talking about the person. These names, motherfuckers running around this whole time about we Africans, and African ain't even the goddamn real name. It ain't always been. You had Al-Keebulon, you understand me? Shout out to Dr. Ben. You know what I'm saying? It was Punt, Kush. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, like the names. I think the names shit be tripping us up a lot. You know what I'm saying? Niggas sit there and be talking about the same people. The Arawaks and goddamn Jamaica and the Caribbeans and the Tejanos and goddamn across the way from us was goddamn the same people. All the same people, man. Niggas been trading to the Caribbeans back here. Homie, I just showed y'all Florida, from Florida down to Louisiana. Hold on. Nah, that's the wrong one. Florida down to Louisiana was all one. It's not no coincidence that when you get to Florida and New Orleans, they cultures are similar, right? When niggas start wearing all these dreads and all that, where that shit came from? The Southeast. Niggas was doing it before it was cool. Always been doing that shit down there, huh? New Orleans down to the Gulf of Mexico, homie. See, they got right now yesterday was the last day. Tuesday was the last day of the Mardi Gras. They was having their carnival back in the Caribbean, right? Down in the Gulf of Mexico, they having that same motherfucker. All right? I don't want to go too far in it because I got a bill coming and I'm collabing with somebody, you feel me? And we're going to bring some powerful information out, homie. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been telling niggas, and niggas just better stay asleep. All right? Stay asleep. Let me finish this clarity. But, yeah, it's going to deal with all of this area right here. Before French and all of that shit, right? All right, now, so that's Benjamin Hawkins. He married in, right? He married Auntie Lavina, all right? Lavina Downs, and goddamn, they had 7 kids. And so now he in the game. Now, what happened on this road, so from Washington, right, they had a road called Wilderness Road. I keep telling y'all, I've been telling y'all for a few days, man, all of the roads, we built them. The highways, if you have a major highway going through your city, your town, or whatever, we built them. These were our roads, okay? This is another indication that the people over here in North America had to be there forever. And listen, I want to tell y'all something. If y'all want to say these people left out of Africa and came over here, I'm cool with that, right? I'm cool with that. Nigga left out of Africa, came over here, and built this motherfucker up. I'm cool with that. The part I want respect on is that wherever we came from, we the people that built this motherfucker up. That's why I want to respect that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, somebody built this motherfucking place up, nigga. And it's alright, because it's still to this day, everybody trying to get over here. Everybody trying to get like you. And for some reason, nigga, you come over here, nigga, you get a certain type of swag about yourself. You understand me, nigga? You get a certain type of confidence about yourself, nigga. You gonna know how to fight. You gonna know something about some fight, nigga. Some war type of shit. Oh, yeah. You gonna come built like that, nigga, here. You understand me? Nigga, they put you in conditions. Huh? And that's everywhere, nigga. But for some reason, you niggas have a different perspective about it. And y'all shit is, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm going all out. Alright? And for some reason, nigga, hey, man. Nigga, the whole world know you niggas don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You niggas are you niggas are treacherous. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna run it through here, right? This is where they used to get money. All you niggas, them D-boys out there used to get on them highways, man, interstate trapping. All right, the Wilderness Road. The Wilderness Road was one of two principal routes used by colonial and early national era settlers to Kentucky from the east, right? So this was one of the spots how they'll get from Kentucky to Washington, right? This how they coming back and forth out there, Maryland and shit, coming up out of that area, the DMV area, and they coming down here to Kentucky and shit, right? This the furthest they could go, because they go a little further, then they in somebody else. You feel me? Shit could get ugly, all right? And now, this what I want y'all to understand, homie. This is, right now, this is 1803. All the way up to 1803 I'm talking about. Now, you had this nigga right here, 1775, Daniel Boone blazed the trail for the Transylvania Company from Fort Chisholm in Virginia through the Cumberland Gap. It was later lengthened following Native American trails to the reach of the Falls of the Ohio at Louisville. All right, now, what happened in this situation right here? You had these white folks out of North Carolina, right? They ended up settling over there, and they ended up fucking over the Cherokee, right? You had them niggas down there beefing. They really had a civil war going on themselves, man. You had some greedy niggas down there end up letting these people fuck over their people, right? They end up going to war. Now, at the same time, British was pushing their line. And the British was in some area that the British was trying to take some area that the U.S. Was occupying through. Let me go to it. It was through the U.S. ended up occupying. Now this took a lot of their lands, but they ended up fighting because of a tribe called the Swanee. Now if you coming out of Tennessee and shit, some people out up there say they Cherokee Swanee or Swanee Cherokee. If they coming out of the area. The Iroquois ended up, when the Iroquois pushing their line, they end up defeating the Erie, and they defeated the powerful Swanee. You know what I'm saying? Now, what took place after this, these certain trails which will lead them, so right here, east, although the road goes through Cumberland Gap in the southern Kentucky and northern Tennessee, the other more northern route is sometimes called the Cumberland Road because it started in Fort Cumberland in Maryland. All right, now that's right there. Now they got a road there and going down into the Carolinas. All right, Carolinas. This how a lot of them end up grouping up and going down into Spanish Florida because Spanish Florida was giving them land to they was giving them land because they got a lot of their land took by the Transylvania company right here. These are the white folks that ended up taking all the land down in the Carolinas from them. Through this nigga right here, Daniel Boone. You'll find Daniel Boone in the history coming all the way down into the Texas, right? He went down into Arkansas. He left Arkansas. He was married. He ended up divorcing the bitch, left the kids with the hoe, came down to Texas. All right? Campaign down here. Them essays locked him up. 1829, Vicente Guerrero had outlawed slavery. Them essays locked his ass up. I'm on the freestyle right now, so I can't see the chat. My bad. I'm finna jump in it though. And so they locked him up. He get into it with them because you know they come down there trying to get that cotton. When they came down out of Arkansas, they went into East Texas, right there, a little town called Nacogdoches, Texas, right? They got Stephen F. Austin College right there. It's right there for a reason. This was a get money spot. You hear me? Fucking with these trails, these back streets I'm telling you about, like we on the Wilderness Road. All right? Hold on, that was a little picture. Hey, you gotta be a bad motherfucker, homie, to come down these back roads. You hear me? I'm just gonna say that. And so you talking about them jackers, nigga. Yeah, you gonna have to be a real nigga to come down. You gonna have to be a stiff nigga and have your team to come down these roads, right? And so he came down here, he get out of jail, come back with a little posse. Him and a couple of his little white boys, they come back there and bust on the guards at the jail. You know what I'm saying? This would end up starting the Texas against Mexico, right? The U.S. against Mexico. It started off with Daniel Boone them. They was fucking with them. Sam Houston, look, when the Cherokee, the old, they call them the old settlers in history, led by John Adams, they left out in the late 1700s, around this time, right? They get down to Louisiana. They tried to push their line down there in Louisiana and say that they was gonna they was trying to get sovereignty down there. They end up having to go to Arkansas. They get them some land in Arkansas. They set up down there. Now these niggas was considered some hoes in history. I would have see this not even a part of the bill. I'm just freestyling right now about. I just want to bring a little clarity. So when they end up getting down into Texas, right, East Texas. That's why all these niggas from East Texas gonna tell you they got Cherokee in them. I ask them. They gonna tell you they got Cherokee in them. But it was the people there before them, right, called the Caddos. Now you'll find the Caddo mounds coming out of the Mississippian culture, tied real close ties to the what they'll call the poverty point. I don't like to say that poverty point because poverty point was a plantation. You know what I'm saying? Ended up a lot of slaves was on this plantation, right? But this is one of the oldest cities in America, in North America. It's called Poverty Point. It's in Pioneer, Louisiana, or what they'll call West Monroe, Louisiana, right? It's one of the oldest cities, if not the oldest, in America, right? And now these people, now you go down to the Natchez. These same people down there at Natchez. You get the Emerald Mounds down there at Natchez. But right here in East Texas, you had the Caddo Mounds. When the Cherokees, the old settlers, came down into Texas, they were gonna fight with Sam Houston them. They were gonna fight with Sam Houston too. They had already been fighting you niggas, right? They fought you niggas down in Georgia, what we about to talk about, Alabama and shit, what we about to talk about. Now, Boone, he was real cool with some Cherokee niggas that he was getting some money with, and they sold him some land up there that was owned by the Swanee. Now the Iroquois did the same thing because they was trying to get rid of the land. The British was coming through fucking with the Iroquois, right? The British tell them niggas in the Cherokee, they tell them, well, British say, look, the U.S. on the way, homie. And you know how them niggas get down, they gonna take everything. So, they gonna take everything, so you might as well go and sell it to me. So nigga that goddamn, nigga that you done put your goddamn iPhone on, this nigga that got up and walked off with it, and he finna go sell it, and so the big homie, he tell him, hey, well look out, homie, you can get that hold of me, I don't give a fuck if it is his, you know what I'm saying? Nigga asked what happened, I'ma say I took it, you know what I'm saying, it's mine now. So so them niggas, the British come through like, sell it to me, and I'll deal with them, you feel me? And so that's what they had going on up there, but this Swanee land, and they were trying to move Swanee out, and they said, fuck that, and so they was gonna go to war, and so they went to war with them for 40 years, right? They went to war with them for 40 years, right? So, all right, this Big Chief shit right here. This Big Chief shit right here, all right? It says Shawnee was a Shawnee warrior chief who became the primary leader of a large multi-tribal confederacy in the early 19th century. Born in Ohio County, Shizer Cutting Jr., growing up during the American Revolution War and century, born to Ohio President. Damn, I'm reading somehow, man. Northwest Indian War. Tecumseh was exposed to warfare and envisioned the establishment of independent Native American nations east of the Mississippi River under British protection. He worked to recruit additional members to American Nation East. Damn, he worked to recruit additional members to American Tribal Confederacy from southeastern United States. So Big Chief Tecumseh say, hey man, I'm finna get on boots on the ground. It's time to get active. See, they got him up here as this look. Come on, bro. Stop it. Stop it, all right? This was a brother, homie. This was a brother. We not here to play no games, all right? So he came to the South. They was fucking with the Swanee, right? He was coming back and forth, and they was recruiting niggas. How was he getting there? They was hitting the back streets. When you get to the South, homie, you had different routes that'll take you into Florida. You had some that'll take you through Georgia, Alabama, right? Now we gonna go to one of them. Now he was down here recruiting niggas. He was fucking with them niggas that was coming out of. Look, after that happened, why we'll go into another build on my Cherokee build for this wall. But them niggas started burning down uh, villages in North Carolina. This when they pushed that line. This was after the Transylvania and Daniel Boone got the land down there from the Cherokees down there. They started burning down the villages, right? Because they was playing both sides. They was fucking with the Swanee, and they was fucking with the British, and they was fucking with the U.S. And so they just went on, and after they end up buying up that land, they end up stumping down on them. So that's where the Cherokees end up coming down south. They started fleeing down south. A lot of them was coming back up here with the Swanee. Mixing in with the Swanee that was coming down, and they was fighting together. You gonna start getting these same people coming out of the Gullah Wars and in the Seminole Wars, and what we here to talk about today, the Red Stick Wars, right? All right, cause all of this shit here tie in. All of this shit gonna tie in. I'm about to jump in the chat. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, let me jump in the chat. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. I can't even see in the chat, man. Okay, I'm in the chat. What's up with it, family? What's up with it, man? Reggie Owens, Muhammad is the one. He say teacher legendary. What's up with it, Muhammad is the one? Nigga, where your ass been at? Good to see you though, brother. Chad Murdoch in the building. He said it looked like they lighting up the photograph. Hey, look, even if you go to the Red Sticks, see they ain't no pictures. Look, Reggie Owens said something real prolific back in the game. He said they got us because we didn't write nothing down. And that's where they fucked us at. We didn't write nothing down. It was a mixed Cherokee who actually wrote the Cherokee language down. Now niggas helped him write it. Look, before I go any further, I'm gonna show y'all something, alright? Cause I just showed y'all what his boy married in. Shout out to Chief Kalinaga. Chief Kalinaga was in Kroger's. Chief Kalinaga was in Kroger's today, and you know he be wearing his kosher gear, right? He got his feathers on and shit. And his elder stopped him and hit him up, right? And I want y'all to check this out.
Guys, this is Chief Kalinago. As you know, man, I'm always out here putting in that work. I just stepped into Kroger's. I'm in Tennessee right now, and one of my elders, she just stopped me and she was like, "Hey, what tribe you from?" And I told her, "Well, Anianwea, which is the original name for Cherokee." And she said, "I'm Cherokee too." So I'm gonna let her introduce herself, and then, hey, tell you a little bit about who we are. Go ahead, sis.
Hi, I'm Reverend Mary Louise Cole, and my grandmom and her father were mostly a whole Cherokee, and her mother was full-blooded Cherokee. And they took her away from her mom and put her to be a slave. And we didn't get a chance to learn our language. And I like it when we have our language because we can talk to each other and don't talk to other folks.
Okay, but here's this, right? When we identified each other as Cherokee, you told me you were not what?
I'm not African American.
There you go.
I'm Native Black American.
All right, but here's the thing, though. So this is what I'm gonna do, right? What color is your shirt?
Black.
So what color is your skin?
Beige.
Exactly. So you're not black.
But guess what?
Yeah.
It's red blood in there sometimes because you can see the red in
Oh,
there.
yes, in there. And that's why they call us the Red Indians.
Yes.
All right?
Alright? Y'all better stop playing, man. Hey, I'm talking about when they be talking this red people shit. Alright? I tell y'all niggas all the time, my mama nickname was Red. They call my mama Red, alright? And they always tell her she look like my mom, my grandma, my grandma daddy's side of the family. And my grandpa was full-blooded Cherokee. He was the first black man to drive buses in Houston, Texas. Yeah, full-blooded Cherokee. I wouldn't tell y'all the name. If I tell y'all his name, he got a crazy-ass name anyway. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. And you hear that lady tell you, she talking, hey,
But the thing
niggas
is,
be talking about the red bones and all of that kind of shit. No, that nigga Black Fife told y'all niggas what happened to the real yellow bones. Talking about the real was not the mulattoes. What he say? Not the mulattoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? The real yellow bones. Y'all know that badass yellow bone. Hey, I feel him on that. They form between in Houston, the Southwest used to. You know what I'm saying? You can find them on the Southwest. But now, man, I'm telling you, the new generations in the East Side, man, they started to get them on the East Side. That Beltway expanding too, man. But the Southwest Houston and now the East Side, you can find it. But goddamn red bones, what she talking about? Check that. Just check her build out.
it's beautiful from a light brown to a very dark brown.
And here's that from the heart.
Exactly.
From the
And
heart.
so what do you feel about them telling us that our people came from Africa?
I ignore them.
Okay.
And I tell them no matter what they tell me, I can tell them something better. I am who I am, and I will be who I am.
Because your grandmama told you what?
There you go.
Exactly.
Who her father was.
Yes.
You see,
There you
and
go.
her mom.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, not putting down our African ancestors that came over here and lived with us. What I'm telling you is the slaves that they did bring, because we got to understand, and I'm going to bring it out. I'll give y'all one reference. Archibald Campbell, all right? He was down in Georgia. He was the governor of Georgia and the governor of Jamaica at the same time. So they were, these niggas was really getting money. I just showed y'all coming through the planters down south, all right? The aristocrats and shit down south. All right, these niggas was really getting money. It was some big money involved in a lot of this shit. And a lot of you niggas was helping them. I'm going to bring it out. And goddamn, I'm going to bring out some Latinos, the real Latinos, them black Latinos, them people who they call Latinos, the black, I'm going to bring them out. These niggas was straight murderers, straight killers. Everybody knew them. They was taking on navies and shit. Huh? And they was straight jackers, nigga. And they was making these niggas run their pockets. And I'm going to bring him out too, all right? He stayed down there in the Florida. That was all his shit. Nigga, you come through there, nigga, I got a license to kill. Niggas checking in.
See,
All right.
so you can't take that away from me.
Can't take it away
And
from
guess
us.
what? I can prove it too.
Exactly. There you go. Because this is what I'm doing. You see, my goal is to restore who we are, our ancestors, because everything was taken and stolen from us. And we have to restore
Exactly.
ourselves.
You know what?
Yes.
This should be our country because they got an idiot up there now.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is, but
They don't want us to get it.
yeah, but here's the thing though. It's all about us coming together.
I said I'd never see us.
Yes.
You know, we can't hide. We shouldn't hide.
And there you go.
Hold.
This is such an honor.
No,
you know,
this is my honor.
I appreciate
because
that.
I said I'd never see us.
Yes.
You know, we can't hide. We shouldn't hide.
And there you go. And you know the reason why you don't see us is because we don't walk around representing who we are.
That's what it is.
Yeah. You know?
You know,
Yeah.
because I ran into some people and they were dressed, and I didn't know.
Right.
You know, but only after I get them by themselves.
Yes.
And get to talking about
Yes.
things, you know, back yonder. Then they say, you know, my dad or my sister.
Y'all heard her say that back yonder, when I talked to you about the culture, I came out here and I told y'all country culture is black Indian culture. You heard this lady just told you back yonder. It's certain shit. That's why I say, man, you can go put on a cowboy hat. You can't. This ain't no shirt you put on. These ain't no pair of jeans. And
And all of us, we grew up under sources. I said, well, why didn't you say so?
Exactly.
Why are you scared to say it?
It's because of what they taught us. They taught us to
I
be
know.
black and African American.
My dad and my sister and all of us, we grew up under sources. I said, well, why didn't you say so?
Exactly.
Why are you scared to say it?
It's because of what they taught us. They taught us to
I
be
know.
black and African American and
I
Negro.
can't do that.
Yes.
I can't do that.
we have
And you know what? I never had.
Yes.
And you know what I tell them again? I said, I got part of this too because my grandfather was white.
Okay.
I said, okay. I said, so don't play with me.
Right.
If you get the wrong one to play with,
Right.
because I will walk across you and I don't care who you are.
Exactly. And that's how the Caucasians were able to call themselves
Yeah.
natives because they married our
I know.
brown skin.
I already know.
There we go. Exactly.
See?
Yes.
hey, my bad. Duke say the volume low. Hey, can y'all hear it now? I'm about to run it now. Drop a one if y'all can hear it.
We have
And you know what? I never had.
Yes.
And you know what I tell them again? I said, I got part of this too because my grandfather was white.
Okay.
I said, okay. I said, so don't play with me.
Right.
If you get the wrong one to play with,
Right.
because I will walk across you and I don't care who you are.
Exactly. And that's how the Caucasians were able to call themselves
Yeah.
natives because they married our
I know.
brown skin.
I already know.
There we go. Exactly.
See?
Yes.
And that's and you all taught them. I'm saying you all because
Yeah.
you got your stuff on. I want to
Yeah.
honor that.
I know. Yes.
Taught them every doggone
Yes.
thing. You even taught them what the country was. You mapped it out for them.
Right.
Hey, hold on, y'all. Time out. Did y'all just hear that? Did y'all just hear that? I just showed y'all something. I just told y'all something.
Yes.
And you know what I tell them again? I said, I got part of this too because I said, so don't play with me.
Right.
If you get the wrong one to play with,
Right.
because I will walk across you and I don't care who you are.
Exactly.
Hey, don't that sound like Big Mama? Hey, y'all, listen to this.
And that's how the Caucasians were able to call themselves
Yeah.
natives because they married our
I know.
brown skin.
I already know.
There we go. Exactly.
See?
Yes.
And that's and you all taught them. I'm saying you all because
Yeah.
you got your stuff on. I want to
Yeah.
honor that.
I know. Yes.
Taught them every doggone
Yes.
thing. You even taught them what the country was. You mapped it out for them.
Right.
They
Exactly.
never would have known which way to go.
There you go. And
All right. I want to show y'all something. Y'all heard Big Mama. Hey, drop a 2 if y'all heard Big Mama down. Down here it said he learned the Muskogee language, and he had a Creek woman, Lavina Downs, as a common law wife, who in the Creek's matrilineal society, He married a Creek woman named Lavina Downs, common law wife, who in Creek matrilineal society provided an entry into that world. He had 7 kids with her. 7 kids with her. I showed y'all all of the dudes from the 5 tribes who signed the treaties into these white universities. I showed y'all that, right? Listen to what Big Mama said.
there we go. Exactly.
See?
Yes.
And that's and you all taught them. I'm saying you all because you got your stuff on. I want to honor that.
I know. Yes.
Taught them every doggone
Yes.
thing. You even taught them what the country was. You mapped it out for them.
Right. Exactly.
They never would have known which way to go.
There you go. And you know what? Let me see if I could just.
All right? You mapped the country out for them. They would have never even knew where to go. They would have never even knew where to go. All right? Stop playing. Stop playing. And when they talk about the slaves, niggas ain't got to get uncomfortable when they talk about African slaves. Y'all brought them into play. They call that shit Southern hospitality. You can leave, nigga, your homeboys, mama them, people them, know your ass, right? What they tell you, I don't want you hanging with that boy if I don't know him, huh? And guess what? Your mama gonna know your homeboy's mama, all right? That's tribal shit, nigga. That's how we do it down here. That's black Indian culture, all right? All right. Let me alright. Big Mama just said we mapped the country out for them, right? They would have never knew where to go. Y'all heard her say it. Y'all heard her say it. Alright, we right here. Alright, I see they dropped the tools down there. Alright, Big Mama ain't come to play. Y'all mapped it out. The federal road in Alabama. Let's talk about it. This from Kevin Harrell from the University of Mississippi. Originally designated as a postal route through the Indian frontier, the federal road, which stretched through Creek territory in Lower Alabama, became a dynamic feature of the geography of the American historical landscape. A second federal road, initially called the Georgia Road, passed through Cherokee lands. Alright? So these are the routes that we showed them. Stop letting them play with you with these reservation Indians. I always tell y'all, homie, at the Dawes Roads, 1887, they did a by blood list, homie. If you had 25% blood quantum, then you were labeled full-blooded Native American, right? What happened to the other 75? If you take our people, right, they put them on a list, a separate Dawes list, called the Freedmen's list. And they didn't check their blood quantum. That's how when they did their treaties in the 70s, they reconstituted their constitutions in the 70s. They kicked the freedmen out, the black Indians out. And they said if they want to get in, they have to go by blood quantum. But the thing is, when they did it, they didn't go by blood quantum. But the treaties of 1866. Treaties of 1866, they still were they same people. They reconstituted after these $5 Indians got in there, and now these are the people who are on the reservations, and they saying that you took and they trying to steal your history. But you know something? They don't have no history down in the South. That's why you never hear them talking history. All right? For them to say they've been here this long, why you know more than them? And I always tell y'all, follow the dominant culture. If all of us get up right now and we try to go preserve our culture in another country, homie, our kids through the generations, our kids gonna goddamn end up falling into the other culture because it's the dominant culture, and they gonna mix in with them people. All right, you gonna always mix in with the dominant culture. Our culture still stands, homie. Y'all just heard Big Mama right there. She a part of that culture, goddamn. She said you done mapped the whole goddamn play out. All right, let's look at one of the plays we gave them, right? Became a dynamic feature of the geography of the American historical landscape. A second federal road, initially called the Georgia Road, passed through Cherokee land, connecting Savannah, Georgia with Knoxville, Tennessee. All right? Remember I was telling y'all about the Swannies, huh? And they was coming back down and forth, and these people were fighting with each other, right? They were linking up. You understand me? These were the back ways they was cutting. All right? You ain't gonna know that unless you been here. No disrespect to our African brothers and sisters that end up coming over here, but this type of shit right here, we had already been having this rocking. All of that right there was goddamn Mississippian Hopewell culture. We had already mapped it out. So, like previous avenues west, such as the Wilderness Road, we talked about the Wilderness Road, Alabama's Federal Road helped usher in a new era of national expansion. So when I tell y'all they be talking that slavery shit down here in the South and all of that, homie, before the 1800s, homie, it wasn't none of that down here. All right? You had it in certain spots and all of that, but the dominant part, nigga, y'all niggas weren't slaves down here. Y'all weren't slaves yet. What happened when y'all became slaves, nigga? The people that y'all started letting lay up under y'all, and the niggas, these aristocrats and shit, niggas was getting money with, was around. Them niggas would start marrying into the tribes and goddamn ushering in through George Washington and his homie, huh? One of his best friends, one of his right-hand man. They started pushing this civilized plan, right? and they started civilizing these niggas. He ended up going to war with the Iroquois because they sided with the British, right? So them niggas started pushing this line down south. Now Benjamin, the nigga who married the black woman, Benjamin Hawkins, who I just showed y'all, he ended up coming down here, right? And so he ended up hollering at the creeks down there, and he said, "Hey man, let us get a little road to come through here, to get the mail and all this shit here." And it was a way for them to get them some, what I'm saying, money or whatever. And so this road right here became real dangerous. And so they was fucking up their carriages and shit when they was coming through. So they was like, "Man, give us like a horse port, man. Let us build something up so they could come through here and pass through." Now in 1803, when in 1803 the Louisiana Purchase, they needed a route to get back and forth down to New Orleans now, right? New Orleans is the one of the largest ports down here, right? Now they just purchased this. They need a way to get down there. They need this road right here. You know what I'm saying? All right, so communication and exploitation of Native American groups, it functioned as a major thoroughfare through the western migration of the settlers and slaves into the Old West for the first 3 decades of the 19th century. As military road, it aided in the movement of troops to defend the vulnerable western margins of the U.S. In 1803, Thomas Jefferson authorized the purchase of Louisiana Territory from France. Effectively doubling the size of the United States, Jefferson understood the importance of safe and adequate transportation for military defense and commercial interests in the newly acquired settlements of Louisiana. He lobbied to build a road through Creek territory, recognizing that the future of Southern commerce depended on easy access of the port of New Orleans. Congress passed enabling legislation giving the president power to establish lines of communication to the new territory, comprehended the importance of the subject project. Postmaster General Guyton granted pension Congress over in November 1803 for funds to construct the postal road connecting New Orleans with the eastern cities of Charleston, South Carolina, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Up until the time, travelers used a series of Indian routes. All right? What Big Mama just told y'all, huh? Y'all mapped it out and showed them where to go. Before then, the travelers used a series of Indian routes to transport messages through the backcountry of what then the Mississippi Territory, which included the present-day state of Alabama. The southern frontier of early national period of the melody of cultures and loyalties, often dangerous and often difficult to traverse. So these niggas was scared to come through there because y'all was jacking them. Bro, listen, don't they be scared to walk through y'all neighborhood now? Okay? Y'all the same nigga. How I know y'all the same nigga? Because y'all still on that same shit. Alright? They know who you niggas are. I'm not coming through there, nigga. I was in danger of my life. Alright? I feel for my life. Fucking with you niggas. Alright? Niggas ain't coming through there. Them niggas start saying, nigga, we need alternative motives. Nigga, I need to go. I gotta go all the way around now. Type of shit. Bang the like button for me, family. Appreciate all y'all pulling up, man. Bang the like button, man. I hope I ain't boring y'all. Alright, so. Alright, we gonna come over here. Alright, we gonna go to the Creek Wars. Now, before this, late 1700s, early 1800s, the different fractions of the Cherokee, you had these people coming in. They were prestige people, big money. A lot of them was coming up from out of the DMV area and shit. And these people, they would really get money, and they were coming over to do a power grab and take over. Get in, get them some rights. And now, we didn't fuck with them niggas, right? And I want y'all to understand this here. When you was dealing with the armies, we had our own armies. You know what I'm saying? Now, this dude, Benjamin Hawkins, came down there. He started living with them. He was his way of communicating with the U.S. down there. All right. So we gonna turn up during the Creek Wars. Now I say the early 1800s, they were having wars already with you niggas, right? Y'all were having wars with these people that was marrying in, and these people that was getting up under these white aristocrats and making money with them and shit, and they were building these plantations that niggas was working on, and they was calling you a slave. All right. Now we gonna get into the Creek Wars. Fast forward 10 years after them wars. Into 1813, the Creek War, 1813-14, began a civil war largely centered among the upper creeks, whose towns were located in the Coosa Tabalosas and upper reaches of Alabama rivers. The struggle pitted a faction of the Creeks who became known as the Red Sticks against those Creeks who supported the National Council, a relatively new body that had developed from the traditional regional meetings of headmen from the Creek towns. All right, now these niggas was meeting with them, you know what I'm saying, coming out meeting with them. You had these white boys and these people coming in, telling them about development and all this shit here, the money that they can make and all this, and they was basically, to get down, you gonna have to get down with this civilized plan, right? All of this shit was a part of it, expansion and all of that, but they really trying to come down there and see how they could take the lands. The National Council. Oh, all right. Under auspices of federal Indian agent Benjamin Hawkins. This the dude I was just telling y'all about that married the black woman, Aunt Lavina, right? The National Council's authorities and powers had been expanded. The war broke out against the backdrop of the War of 1812 between the United States and Great Britain. All right, now that war right there was because they feared, meaning the U.S., you had Spain and Britain down there still getting money with these tribes, these Indian people down there, right? The fur, the tobacco, all of this money. Y'all niggas still in control down there. This in the 1800s, this ain't that long ago. This is why I say they be lying to y'all about history, right? They not showing you where you was at in the history. All you gotta do is look at where your ass at now, all right? Your people and them tell your ass they been here. You know what I'm saying? You look around that motherfucker. But anyway, the U.S. had to take Britain to war because they knew that they were doing business with them and they were scared they was going to arm them. At this time, the Red Sticks and a lot of these Indian tribes didn't have weapons. All right? They did not have weapons at this time. Now, as the war progressed, by the time they get here, the first time, that's how the Cherokees teamed up with the Creeks. And they went in and killed these niggas with weapons that they had got from the U.S. All right, because these were white boys who married in, and then went and had white families and kids too, right? And built plantations that these people lived on. That's when they started implementing this civilized plan. And now we're about to see, after this war that take place here, the Creek War, 1813-14, then we gonna see where the tribes started instituting this form of chattel slavery with the U.S., siding with the U.S. and the armies and all of that, fighting against these other Indians. And now, after the wars, the black Indians and y'all niggas in the South end up becoming slaves to them, right? Or put under these slave contracts. Well, y'all motherfuckers became prisoners of war to them, all right? Up until the Civil War. When the Civil War broke loose, then after the North freed them niggas to goddamn get a hold of the game before these niggas end up taking over everything down in the South and becoming sovereign down there, and then they really would have had some problems, they went on and took them niggas head on, right? And now this is going to be important with who end up siding with who. You see, because you had the Swanee, remember I said, and you had these different teams that was coming down through the back roads, teaming up with each other. Now they start having to pick a side, right? Because we've been riding against these niggas the whole time, and now the Union in the South about to break out. And you had some niggas who fought together on side of each other, had to, you know what I'm saying, fought on separate sides in the Civil War. See, they don't even tell you niggas had y'all own little old thing going on, all right? And it's a shame what them niggas end up doing to the people of Natchez right after that, right? But they end up building the Freedmen's Bank. All of this shit here was around the same time for the same reasons, right? Even when Reconstruction came and niggas started getting their own lands and shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see what. Let's go and turn up, man, cause I'm over here freestyling. Let's go and turn up. The struggle pitted the faction of Creeks who became. Oh shit, I'm down here. All right. The war broke out against the backdrop. The Southern Indians who were allied with the British. Okay, I'm gonna start up here. The war broke out against the backdrop of the War 1812 between the United States and Great Britain. Americans, fearful that southeastern Indians were allied with the British, quickly joined the war against the Red Sticks. Alright? Alright, and now it's really on. Now you niggas really got some problems. And so niggas was going back and forth from here, going down into Florida, right? And these are the people they would call the Seminoles. These are the people they would call the Seminoles. I just showed y'all the Seminoles the other day in that little documentary, little form shit, comparing the cowboy culture and all of that. Them was their ancestors. Those were the people that left on the Trail of Tears. The general was in the picture who left on the Trail of Tears. All right, John Hoyce. All right, so the British quickly joined the war with the Red Sticks, turning the Civil War into a military campaign designed to destroy the Creek power. To prove their loyalty to the United States, contingents of Choctaw and Cherokee warriors joined the American war against the Creeks. All right? Choctaw and Cherokee warriors, they end up joining them. Now, at this time, the people who end up joining the war, these tribes, look, they had self-appointed because we didn't have leaders down here. So when they people come in and marry into these families, they will self-proclaim them as the leader because this the people that they talking to. Y'all want to know how we can prove it? I'm going to prove it to you. All right? I'm going to prove that to you. But the people who where they built their little spice up at and shit, and the aristocrats and all of that shit, they little, well, not until then. Later, we'll come into what they call the antebellum period and shit, when they was building them homes down up in the Mississippi and shit. Now, Natchez, Mississippi becoming one because it was one of the richest places in America, if not at that time. Natchez, Mississippi. All right, so the Choctaw and the Cherokees joined up against them. And I'm going to do one on the Ridge, Boudinot fraction versus John Ross, the Cherokees, right? The two people that had something to do with it, that fraction of the niggas who end up marrying in, came from their daddy and them married in and shit. And they was the kids of these mixed kids who was educated by the U.S. system in a university and shit. Yeah, I'm going to do it because they end up going to war, nigga, on a mafia-style war. All right, against each other. Mafia-style war. All right? The shit got bad, nigga. Bodies was dropping. All right? Bodies was dropping, nigga, from goddamn Georgia all the way to Arkansas, nigga. Alright, so they joined the American war with the Creeks, thus the Civil War was quickly transformed into a multi-dimensional war that resulted in the total defeat of the Creek people at the hands of the American armies and their Native American allies. Okay? So them niggas all end up turning on your ass. It'll bring us up here. Treaty of Fort Jackson. Niggas be talking about what happened to us and shit. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go and get out y'all way, man. Or I'll drop the link if y'all niggas wanna hop on or something. I don't know. The Treaty of Fort Jackson, also known as the Treaty with the Creeks, 1814, was signed on August the 9th, 1814 at Fort Jackson, near Wetumpka, Alabama, following the defeat of the Red Sticks, Upper Creek, resistance by the United States Allied forces, and the Battle of Horseshoe Bend. Alright, they fucked over that Horseshoe Bend, man. Nigga caught us slipping, man. A lot of niggas gave up. A lot of niggas got on that wilder shit, huh? After the king lose, niggas goddamn, you know, I don't know if we can win. You know what I'm saying? They switched sides on it. You know what I'm saying? They caught us slipping, though. They burnt it. They set us on fire in that motherfucker. Yeah. Caught a nigga slipping, man. Took the boats and shit. Set a nigga on fire. It's all good, though. At Horseshoe Bend, it occurred on the banks of the Tallapoosa River near present-day Alexander City, Alabama. The U.S. force led by General Andrew Jackson consisted mainly of the West Tennessee Militia and the 39th United States Infantry, Allied with several groups of Cherokee. That's why I'm about to say that was them whole Cherokee. You hear Tennessee, homie, you gonna think about the Cherokee. The Lower Creek friendly to the American side. Okay, listen. They allied with several groups of Cherokee and Lower Creek friendly from the American side. Now the people that they're calling Creek now, nigga, are the niggas who teamed up with the Americans. So that's why they end up giving them niggas the treaties. Now, them people that signed up with the treaties with America, they are fighting against another people who are Creek. So when a nigga tell you these was our slaves, these were the prisoners of war. Cherokee law, nigga. Under Cherokee law, and that's what they was running by, because that wasn't a part of the U.S. at that time, nigga. Under Cherokee law, nigga, if we go to battle, you lose, you are my prisoner of war. And so when they came out in 1866, when they came and did the treaties, nigga, they gave them both. Huh? The treaties, nigga, they got the black, the niggas who they end up calling the freedmen, they got allotted land, nigga, and these goddamn the white Creeks that helped them got allotted land. Alright? And then in 1887, nigga, when they did the Dawes Act and started allotting land in Indian Territory, homie, they gave the blood quantum, nigga. If you had 25%, nigga, then you were full-blooded. But they didn't test the goddamn Freedman Creek. That's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all niggas running around here talking that gangster shit. Nigga, pull up. I know you ain't never heard a nigga drop it how I drop it. I wish a nigga would come out here and play with me, nigga. I'ma mop him. The U.S. led by, okay. Allied with several groups of Cherokee and Lower Cherokee, friendly to the American side. The Upper Creek were led by Chief Minowa, who fled with hundreds of survivors into Florida, where they allied with the Seminoles. Keep playing, nigga. Y'all know the goddamn Seminoles was black. Stop playing with the game. The surrender ended the Creek War, which the United States was fighting simultaneously with the War of 1812. By the terms of the treaty, the Creek were forced to cede 23 million acres of their territory, their remaining the land in Georgia as much as central Alabama, to the United States government. The definitive victory freed Jackson to continue southwest to Louisiana. That whole shit started, nigga, from the Louisiana Purchase. They needed to use them back roads to come in, nigga. Y'all better stop playing with me, nigga. Bars. Hey, man, stop playing, man. You know, the homie pulled through in my chat the other day, man. Let his window down, man, and goddamn open fire on the crowd. Pulled up and opened fire on the crowd. And you thought I wasn't gonna respond, homie? I seen you get touched up in the debate yesterday. I seen you put out your presentation, and this right here is a freestyle. This ain't take me no time to pull up. Bop, 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 bop. 10 minutes. Cause I know where the information at. I know where to hit you up at. I know where the gap is at. I'm seeing where the gap is at. You don't know where you at in the history. Brother Ross say his grandmas, his family, are Choctaw Indians. But his grandpa was a slave from Africa, or he wasn't a slave, I can't remember, but he came from Africa, and he married his Choctaw grandma. Well, goddamn, Rob, that is the story of a lot of us. But when he came in, nigga, it's matrilineal down here. He came into your goddamn grandma family. Alright? He came in your grandma family. And he wear your grandma culture, nigga. That's why your ass wear your grandma culture to this day. And all I'm saying is y'all niggas need to put some respect on the people that built North America over here, goddamn. Cause you niggas walking in our culture, man. I want to appreciate y'all. That's our time. That's my time right there. That's my time. Appreciate y'all pulling up on me, man. Bert from Auckland. Yosa, Lowland, Duke, Big Ramsey. Not seeing the drain say it's easy to exchange history if you can't read. So we read now and we using dates from way back and nobody was there, even the people that wrote the damn book. South Wind say my hometown was a Civil War battleground. Where you from, South Wind? Now I seen say that's why they didn't want us to learn how to read it because it been easy to debunk these dates and persons couldn't read wouldn't know if they used a date from last month or 100 years. Facts. That's how they got our land. Big Mama ended up putting the X on it, fucking with this nigga she met at the trade post. You know what I'm saying? Irish nigga. End up putting her in debt and had to give up the house. Cause we ain't read they lane. It wasn't that we didn't know how to read, we just didn't know how to read English. See what I'm saying? We had our own language. But they got us because we didn't write shit down. We didn't write our history. Everything was oral with us. That's why a nigga tell you, nigga, give me your word. You know what I'm saying, nigga? We'll shake on it. It's a respect thing with us. That's why we'll die for our respect. And that's the goddamn swag that we have. That's what make us different. When niggas be talking about solid niggas and shit, that's what make us different. Cause when a nigga ready to die for his word, huh? Niggas know that white man picked that pen up, goddamn, and want you to sign this and sign all of that, right? Nigga, we gonna die for our word, nigga. And that's where they got us at. So it wasn't that we ain't know how to read, we just didn't know how to read English. You know what I'm saying? We had our own system, and they didn't get down here in the South, homie, and start doing what they want to do. I just walked y'all all the way through it. Walked y'all all the way through it in a quick freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. Southern culture is the dominant culture of North America, and I'ma stand on that. And y'all seen the dude that when he married the black woman, he built a barn, right? He got his slaves to build a barn, and when they built the barn, he had livestock, cattle, all of this shit on there, right? And when I showed y'all the goddamn cowboy shit, I ain't talking about no Hollywood cowboy shit. I'm talking about the culture and the way of life. That was our shit. You think that white boy was out there cattling and doing all of that? No. That was your shit. He liked what you had going on, and so goddamn that nigga said, nigga, make me one. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga, I want one of the motherfuckers. That's your shit. He speaking Muskegee and shit with you. Alright? He speaking your language. He married to your goddamn sister. Check this out.
Again, I said I got part of this too because my grandfather was white.
Okay.
I said, okay. I said, so don't play with me.
Right.
If you get the wrong one to play with,
Right.
Because I will walk across you and I don't care who you are.
Exactly. And that's how the Caucasians were able to call themselves
Yeah.
natives because they married our
I know.
brown skin.
I already know.
There we go. Exactly.
See?
Yes.
And that's and you all taught them. I'm saying you all because you got your stuff on. I want to honor that.
I know. Yes.
Taught them every doggone
Yes.
thing. And you even taught them what the country was. You mapped it out for them.
Right. Exactly.
They never would have known which way to go.
There you.
Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. American history with Big Chief Topcatz. Hold the line, man. Hold the line. As long as we got each other, we don't need nobody else. I love y'all. LDBC strong. And I'm gone.